Hey, what's going on guys? So today is day 3 of the manual swap in the JZX110, and today I'm going to try and work on hopefully cutting back the dead pedal, so basically that footrest that you have in the automatics. They're a little bit wider than the manual one, so I'm going to cut it back, see if I can get the carpet to sort of sit a little bit nicer, and then I might work on cutting back the brake pedal. And I did say yesterday that there's a good chance I'm going to be ordering the manual brake pedal, the factory manual brake pedal, which I'm still going to do. But just to get the car up and running for now, I'm going to try and cut the automatic brake pedal, and I also have to shift it a little bit to the side, so I have to bend it. I'm not sure if I can cut it and bend it while it's in the car, so I may have to take it all out. But we'll see how far we get tonight. Again, I'm in no big rush. This isn't my primary car, so I'm not too concerned about when I actually finish it. I'm going to try and keep it rolling. Well, I'm going to try and keep it running as long as I can. Final bit's going to be to drop the automatic gearbox, get the tail shaft out, take a few measurements as well while I'm there. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 40 or 50 mil that I have to extend it by. But while I get that sent off and extended, I'll be waiting on a few different parts to come from Japan. There's a few bits and pieces that I'm having a little bit of trouble getting in. They keep going out of stock. They're just bolts, little tiny bits, but I want to use the OEM stuff while it's still available. But yeah, so that's what I'll be waiting on. It's going to be probably another couple of weeks before the car is actually fully converted to manual, but I'm going to go day by day. I'll let you guys know what I'm working on. So let's get started on today. So what I've done so far is I've just pushed the clutch pedal back so I can take some measurements. I had a couple of friends that have a factory manual JZX110 take a couple of measurements for me of their dead pedal. And what I've done is essentially marked out the top and bottom with just that white marker that you can see there. That's basically how wide the entire thing needs to be, so that's including the carpet, so it has to be from there to there is where that cutoff is in the carpet. So to sort of follow that line through, I'm going to use maybe a pin or something that I can poke through and make a bit of a mark on the metal that's behind it. There's other ways you could do that, probably just even take a different measurement from underneath, but my friends were a little bit lazy. They didn't actually get the measurement from underneath the carpet, they just got it from on top. But that's okay, I can work with that. I just have to make that mark on the metal piece and sort of pull the carpet back and draw it out and then start cutting. So I do have a little bit of a plan for the carpet. Once it's all sort of cut back, I'm going to see how it sits, but I do have a plan to either fully remove that vinyl material that's on the front here or cut it back essentially. So even though it's got this nice sort of edge, that edge is sort of like that middle part just there. So if I was to cut that piece out, basically cut that much out and have carpet exposed, I might get away with it. When it folds back, it may look okay. The second thing that I want to do is eventually get the cold climate pedal covers, which are the aluminium pieces. They generally come as default in the Verossa, which is the sister car to the JZX110 Turtle Mark II. Now those pedals should go straight on, and then there's also a aluminium pedal cover that will sort of cover this whole area there. So it all should be technically hidden. The only thing I'll have to do in the end is I've got the genuine floor mats. I've got these genuine Mark II floor mats, and obviously it's got the cutout for the automatic pedals. I'll just have to find a manual one that's the same design. They came in a few different designs. So that's the plan. I'm gonna start with marking out those 2 white lines in the metal piece behind it, and then we'll pull the carpet back and see if we can start cutting. And then, as I mentioned before, if we get a chance, I'm going to try and cut the brake pedal and see if we can bend it a little bit to get it sort of in line. We're trying to make it look a bit factory. So what I've done so far is taken I think that was a 2mm drill bit, and essentially drilled straight through the carpet. And hopefully that's made a tiny bit of a mark on the metal plate behind it. Again, that's all going to be hidden with the carpet anyway. Won't see those little holes. So let's now pull the carpet back and see if we got a mark. Okay, folded the carpet back. It's pretty annoying to do. And you can just see there's my top mark right next to basically where that indent starts, and the second mark is actually over here, I think. Let me double check. The second mark is over here, so it's a bit of a diagonal piece that I'll have to cut, but I'm going to mark it out with a permanent marker so I've got a line to follow, and I'll just show you guys again so it's a little bit clearer. That's very roughly where I'll be cutting. On the top you can just see I'm actually going from that little cut part there and following it down, and then at the bottom I'm just going to follow it around so it's got a little bit more support holding it down the bottom. That's the plan anyway. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to get the Dremel out and start making a cut. I'm also going to try and just put a little bit of protection over the carpet here so that we don't end up getting any sparks flying out and catching fire or something. It's probably a better way to do this, or better material to use, but I've just got a couple of cloths just there just to stop it sort of catching fire, I guess. If it's going to catch fire or anything, it'll be the cloth, hopefully, and not the actual carpet, which I've covered up. I'll get the Dremel out and basically start cutting it slowly. I was kind of wondering if I could have just used tin snips. My tin snips are actually quite large, so I don't think it'll actually fit in there, but maybe smaller tin snips could have worked. But anyway, I'll get the Dremel. There's a start. You can see a lot of the little metal pieces are flying everywhere, but I guess we keep going. I might actually just see what happens with the tin snips, see if I can cut sort of into that section to make it a little bit easier. So I'm kind of using a combination of tin snips and the Dremel. You can see I've removed that top corner. Now I'm working on that middle piece, and then I'll probably split that into a couple of pieces as well. Seems to be working okay. Definitely think you could have done the whole thing with a small tin snip. I've just got quite a bulky one, so it's hard to sort of get in there. But yeah, if you had some tin snips or even just some side cutters or something, that probably would have worked fine. Okay, so I've cut it all back, and I've actually just hit it with a little bit of Dulux metal shield, it's called. Basically like a metal primer, so you don't have any raw surfaces. So I've just sprayed that in. It's still not perfect. There's still quite a bit of sharp edges, even though I've run the sanding bit from the Dremel along it. There's still quite a few sort of sharp edges, but there's really no tool that I have on me at the moment that I can use to sort of flatten it out. I was using this Dremel bit, but it was getting quite worn out really quickly. So that's it for now. I'm going to just let that dry a little bit. I'll see what the time is, but I'm not sure if I'll get to the brake pedal tonight. The other thing that you need to cut is there's a bit of sort of hard foam that sits underneath the carpet, and I've made a mark here basically exactly where I've made that white mark initially. I'm just going to trace that all the way along and then just cut it out so it's not so hard from the other side. That was actually super hard to cut. It's like a mix of recycled foam, bits of cloth and some other stuff, like all glued together. But I've got it as best as I could. It's not quite straight there, but I'm gonna put the carpet back now and just see how it sits, and then see if I can figure out some other ideas on how to make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, that's how it is at the moment. You can see I still need to take a little bit more foam off from underneath the carpet, and I'm not sure how to get rid of that crease just there. But yeah, one day if I do get the chance, I will try and swap over the entire carpet to a manual carpet, but that is a lot of effort. If I can find someone that does like carpet or car upholstery or something like that that can help me out and sort of fix that area, that'd be ideal as well. but for now that's probably how it's gonna sit. And as I mentioned, I'm gonna get that aluminium plate on top, which will hide it a little bit. And if I remove or try to remove this vinyl stuff, that should also help a little bit. So that's where I'm going to leave it for tonight. I'll continue this video. I won't finish the video here, but I'll continue it another day where I'm going to try and sort out the brake pedal. Alright, I'll catch you guys later.